Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. My name is Katie. I am the Duchess of Suds here on this channel, and I am one of two soap makers here on this channel. And today marks the 1st July video. The theme for this month is drinks, summertime drinks. And you will probably have noticed that the quality of this video has significantly risen from where it was before. I'm mic'd now, I have a nice camera, and hopefully as we continue to use these, we will be able to just sort of up the quality of the soap making videos, make them a lot more pleasing to the eye and tingly to the ears. Today's video is Sherbet Punch, which is a neon soap. I typically don't use a lot of neons in my soap making. It's just a personal preference. There's nothing wrong with them. So I decided, hey, let's go ahead, do all the neons today because I don't do them often, so we're gonna slap them all into one soap. If you're interested in following us on Instagram, we've got one for Royalty Soaps, lots of soapy stuff over there, one for me, that's all my personal stuff, and one for Kenny. And I would like to make the formal announcement, because this is the 1st July video, that Kenny has started his own YouTube channel. So before you continue with this video, you should definitely go subscribe. It's gonna be all about Legos, anime, positivity, Pokemon trading cards. It's gonna be a whole bunch of fun over there. So go subscribe. I also know that he's doing a giveaway, so that's another reason why you wanna subscribe. And without further ado, let's make some soap. So we will begin by blending our lye water solution into our oils. The recipe that I'm using today can be found in the description box below. If you're a beginner and you're looking for an easy recipe to test out stuff with, this is a great one. Also, if you're like an intermediate soaper, you want to try out somebody else's recipe, you can get our quick mix at nurturesoap.com. It comes all blended up for you. You buy it, you melt it down, and you can just make soap right away. You don't have to add anything to it. So let's pour our lye water solution into our oils. Everything is sitting anywhere between about 80 degrees Fahrenheit and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So I am just going to turn this stick blender on high, and we're going to mix until just past emulsion. That's going to take anywhere between 10 and 20 seconds. Now that everything is all blended up, I'm going to split this off into my containers. The first bit that I'm going to pour off is going to be the white top. This is supposed to be kind of like whipped cream. We're going to pour off 3 pounds, and then the rest of the batch is going to be split equally between these 3 containers. Gonna scrapey my big container. Make sure we have all of the soap in these buckets because we will not be returning to the big container. The first color that we're going to add is reformulated neon orange from TKB Trading. The second color that we're going to be using is reformulated neon green from TKB Trading. And the third color is reborn strong pink from TKB Trading. I'm gonna add the orange to this first container here, and these are vibrant. I mean super, super vibrant. Obviously, since Sherbet is a dairy product, it's a little more pastel than what these soap colors are going to be. But why tone it down when you can crank it up? You know what I mean? So let's blend it all up. The fragrance oil I am using today is new Rainbow Sherbet. I have a feeling that Nature's Garden had an old version of this and they have since updated it. It smells delicious. It smells exactly like Rainbow Sherbet, actually. Now that I've gone ahead and mixed in the fragrance oil, I will show you guys on the screen all the fragrance notes that Nature's Garden has on their website so you can see just how very complex this one is. And we will begin to pour our colors into the mold after this quick commercial break. We'll begin by pouring the orange in, and I've let these thicken up a little bit so that the drop swirl isn't too swirly. We want it to be kind of ploppy, and because we're working with like a green and an orange, I don't want those to mix up a whole bunch. Pour this pink in now. Oh yeah, this is gonna look so cool. And I'm pouring sort of close to it. That will also help keep it from over mixing. In that orange again, pouring a whole bunch. Wee. This soap is groovy, man. The 1960s have called, and they don't want anything back because they're okay with sharing, sharing the soapy love. I am now going to scrapey out my containies because we don't want to use any of this soap on top. It's gonna have a completely white top, and then we're gonna use some of those neon colorants for swirls on top of the white. I'm gonna tuck this down on the ground. So I've got my TD mixed up with water, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour that into the little bit that we set aside at the very beginning. By the way, the cups I am using are biodegradable, plastic-free, and compostable corn cups. They're corn cups. So let's blend that in real quick. Scrape the sides real quick, make sure it's all blended in, and now I can add the rest of the fragrance oil. I'm gonna blend that in with my spatula this time, just so that we can make sure this stays nice and runny. All right, let's pour it on top. So using my spatula to break the fall, I am just gonna ladle this right on top of that first layer that we did. Ooh, such delicate business whenever you do this and that bottom layer isn't 100% firm yet. You're kind of taking a risk, but if you do it right, it typically pays off. Got a scrapey, my containy. So these three colors that we're gonna be putting on top are from Mad Micas in the shades Cheesy Poof, Pretty Kitty, and Radioactive. I'm gonna start with Cheesy Poof. It's funny, they really nailed that artificial orange color. Definitely reminds me of like Cheetos. Gonna move along to Pretty Kitty. It's like Unikitty on the Lego movie. Gonna get some on every single bar. Finally, we'll put some of that Radioactive on the top. And the question will be to swirl or not to swirl. Should I leave the paint splatter look or should I swirl it around? I don't know. I kind of like the paint splatter look. Kind of dig it. And I'm squeezing my pipette really hard so it'll make pretty little specks on the top. I'll do the same with all the colors. I love this because some of my drops landed in other drops and that looks really cool. So with the top complete, we're gonna add a little bit of gold iridescent eco glitter. This is from Brambleberry. It's super sparkly. I really love this glitter. Eco glitter meaning, of course, that it is biodegradable and eco-friendly and plastic-free. And then, of course, no soap is complete without some hollow. We cannot have Christine from Simply Nailogical quaking, can we? And with that final touch and a little bitty spritz of rubbing alcohol from up high because we don't want the colors to run, this soap is complete. So you guys can see just how crazy this looks on top. And over here on these particular little blobs of color, we have them sort of splattering into each other, and that also makes it look really cool. But I think it's really gonna look neato when all the bars are cut. So you're just getting a small little snippet of this entire collection of paint splatters. So we're gonna wait 18 to 24 hours. We're gonna let this soap harden up, and then we will come back, we will split this slab into individual loaves, and then we will cut those loaves into bars after this quick commercial break.
That's a wrap.
We're back the next day to cut the rainbow sherbet punch. I've already lined it up with Evangeline, and surprise, I'm standing on a different part of the table today because we gotta get that angle. Gonna push down very carefully. No. So let's take one out of the middle, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So we've got that nice drop swirl with the pink and the green and the orange, and then on top we have the little dots, which I am still so happy I made the decision to not swirl that and to leave them little dots because that looks real cool. We got some glitter in that little white layer. It smells really good. It definitely smells like rainbow sherbet, at least the type that I've had. I like the kind from Bluebell. You can get it in Walmart down south. Ordinarily, I like to cut one of the inside loaves from the slabs because I think that they look really cool on camera. All of the soaps look good, but it's nice to have super even edges. But I couldn't do that today. as you guys could probably see when I split this slab, because Lily, after the soap had already saponified and I was getting ready to set it up for cutting, she got a hold of it with one of the pipettes that I had left on the table, and she just scratched it all up. And I think she thought she was doing art, so she was really quite pleased with herself, and I was not very pleased with her. Each one of these little tops is its own work of art. I think y'all are gonna be pleased with these bars because every single one's gonna be different and they all look really cool. And ever since Kenny did some soap planing in his Dunes of Egypt soap, a lot of you guys have asked to see some beveling. So I'll just do that for y'all real quick. This is still pretty sticky. I like to wait about a day after cutting the soap before I plane them. That way it doesn't just smear the soap, it actually takes that bit off. But we do this on every single bar of soaps. Yes, it does take a long time, but over here at Royalty Soaps, we put quality over efficiency. And the way these bars look when they get to you is top priority.
And that's the tea.
And that is the tea. And now for the question of the day. Do you pronounce it sherbet or sherbet? With no R there at the end. Technically, there is no R at the end of that, so nobody should be pronouncing it sherbet. Rainbow sherbet. But that seems to be a very southern thing, and I want to know how many of y'all say it like that or drop the R and probably say it the way you're supposed to. You can let me know by clicking the I in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment down below. What drinks do you think we are going to be making for this month? And don't forget to vote on the question of the day. It is obviously so important. Anyway, I hope you guys have an absolutely marvelous week. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today. Whether that is going out and getting you some sherbet so you can make some sherbet punch or sherbet punch, however you want to pronounce it. Or maybe buying yourself a shirt to wear that is a color you wouldn't normally wear. Me personally, I'm always sticking to super neutrals, but I have tried to branch out recently. I bought something with pink in it the other day, so hooray for me. Either way, just do something that makes you happy, and we'll see you guys on Saturday. So until then, bye for now. Oh man, now I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the outro because the camera's like 3 yards away from me. How about this? Meow. That ought to do it.